So is anybody of you a tech nerd or an engineer nerd in real life?
Hi.
What is that?
It's okay.
Well,
He's with me.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So what was your favorite scene you shot in the first season?
Probably the chariot scene for Penny. That was definitely exciting. When they told me that I was going to get to drive a chariot, I was terrified because I've never driven before, and I thought that I would crash it and eventually get fired. So I thought it would be terrible. But being in this massive piece of machinery that they built was so much fun.
There's this scene for Will Robinson that I really wish I could tell you about, but it has so many spoilers. It's from episode 10. But it involves zero gravity. It involves a lot of emotion while floating on harnesses. And but what I really liked about it the most was, first of all, working with David Nutter. He was such a great director, and he taught me so much, and we learned so much from him. And second of all was it really is a growing point for Will Robinson. It really wraps up his story for season 1, and it shows how he grows up.
The first scene that we shot was the first scene in the show, which is our Jupiter crashing. I loved that scene. That was really amazing to film that. And then the swimming that I had to do for the first episode, that was really challenging, but I was so excited to see the final product and what it was going to look like, so that was very cool.
So is anybody of you a tech nerd or an engineer nerd in real life?
Hi. Well, first of all, I grew up loving sci-fi. I grew up loving Star Trek, the original episodes, and I learned how to read off sci-fi books. I learned how, and I loved E.T., I loved Alien. I loved every Star Trek series imaginable. Star Trek Voyager was also one I liked. And, but also, I'm a huge science geek. I love genetics. That's a real passion of mine, too.
And you guys? What are you interested in?
I love space.
My family, I have 2 brothers, and they love sci-fi. So I did grow up watching Star Trek in the background at first while I was playing, but then I ended up watching it. I really liked it, and I love Fifth Element and Space Odyssey, and so I love the space films. But,
Yeah.
My dad is gonna kill me for saying this, but I actually grew up not being super into sci-fi, and at least not as much as he is. But he slowly started to introduce these Alien, Blade Runner, and I'm getting more and more into it as I keep watching.
Yeah. Blade Runner's the best of all time.
So what would you guys actually do with a robot in real life if you would have one?
Scream. And run the other direction.
Hug him every single second I could.
He's so hard now.
He's so, it's a robot. I mean.
I get him to, pick me up so I could reach the top shelf.
Oh, that's
too
good.
short for that.
Or just to get places. It's very convenient.
Yeah.
I'd have him,
Jump me around.
Yeah, just to carry me around.
I'd have him walk me to school so no one messes with me.
Or stand in parking spaces so I, would get there before me and stand in a parking space so I could get the best. That's where my mind goes. I'm practical shelves and parking spaces.
Mine is impress all my friends.
I think for the last question, what we always ask is, what kind of TV shows are you into right now? Apart from Lost in Space, of course.
Definitely, I'm watching a lot of very dramatic stuff. I love stories kind of about people. I love Black Mirror. I think that's really, really smart. I love Orange is the New Black, and I'm obsessed with Shameless right now. I think when you really follow kind of the drama of life.
So I've already told you every single sci-fi thing that I love. So I'm just to make things a bit more light and down to earth. Haha. I'm gonna. I didn't realize I was making a pun until I said it, and I was like, let's go with this. So I really love Gilmore Girls, Friends, Stranger Things, Everything Sucks, and I'm excited for Barack Obama's new Netflix series. So
I love comedies, so Curb Your Enthusiasm, I just started it. It gives me anxiety watching it because of Larry David, but I love it. And The Office is my favorite show.
My friends love The Office.
I mean, any comedy, really. I loved Girls when it was on. Yeah, I'm a comedy. Like cringy comedies, though. Ones that you're like, ooh, why did they do that? But I love them. You know, so.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Rec, of course.
My mom was roommates with Nick Offerman.
I wish I was roommates with Nick Offerman.
Get your gear. You're coming along.